So welcome back to the Northeast Updates YouTube channel, and there's some breaking news pretty much coming in hot off the press in the last half an hour. It's absolutely groundbreaking to Newcastle United, huge bit of news. So after 3 years at the club, Amanda Staveley and Mehrdad are leaving Newcastle United. Now, there was some rumours, I think about 2-3 months ago, when Amanda was on holiday, she came back, she pretty much had to say that she wasn't necessarily immediately leaving the club because there was a lot of press speculation and stuff like that. But just looking at what she actually said, which I'll break down a little bit, there was actually some crumbs of truth, rather, that this was coming. So this is the official story that's coming. It's coming from The Athletic, very respectable company, very hot on stories with Newcastle, and they've got a massive story here. The first one to break it. It's all over Sky Sports now. It's over every single publication. So I'll read a little bit exactly what's just been said, just so nothing's lost in translation a little bit. So it was George Colkin of The Athletic who actually brought the story. Now, this is what was said. So Amanda Staveley played a key part in Newcastle United takeover, publicly fronting the deal after the Rubin family and Saudi Arabia PIF bought the club. Now, at the time, it was very good PR because obviously there's a lot of controversy with Saudi Arabia and the treatment of women. To have Amanda as the front of the company, because obviously day to day and every single interview that was done, even the Newcastle documentary, she was kind of front and centre for a lot of it. Very intelligent woman, very fantastic. She knows exactly what she's doing. She could be credited in truth with this deal happening because she was the one that actually sought out this investment from PIF and bought this. So every single Newcastle fan owes her an absolute ton of credit, everything. She'll go down in the history books for Newcastle for fetching this deal in and what might happen in the future few years for Newcastle United. Obviously, the transfer window is still open at the moment, so I'll touch on that a little bit as well. So my assumption all along, it says here, for sure, was that 10% Newcastle United shareholding was her reward / payment from Saudi PIF and the Rubins for her help in getting the deal done. Okay, read into that exactly what you want. Let us know all throughout this, your comments below. I'm very keen to read this. I want to know what the kind of Newcastle fan base is. If we've got people from other clubs kind of watching the video as well, what your guys' thoughts are as well. It shouldn't really have too much influence in how the club is run, to be truthful. The PIF, obviously, the money bags, they're the ones that are going to be owning a ton of this company, if not even more so now after they buy Amanda's stocks as well. So in the immediate aftermath of the takeover, Amanda Staveley and her husband were then given a very well-paid management contract to run the club in the early days of the new owners. Then in August 2022, exclusive from the Times, revealed that the club's owners have agreed a deal with Amanda Staveley, now termed as an advisory agreement, which would see her continue help oversee the work of the club rather than take a step back. Okay, now there was a statement that she put out 11 weeks ago. Now, at the time, again, this was kind of deflecting. She'd just come back off holiday. There was a lot of press speculation on if she was going to be involved in the club long term or if she was stepping down. I'll put the statement on screen a little bit. I'll move over and flash this up here. So at the time, a lot of Newcastle fans took a lot of comfort in this, thought there wasn't too much in it. But now, knowing what we know today, it can be picked apart a little bit. So within this, it actually says the words, after the takeover, Jamie and I stepped in as directors of the company until, so stress that word, until we could build an executive team. Okay, now obviously we know Darren Eales plays a massive part in the day-to-day running of Newcastle United. Dan Ashworth left, his replacement's in, so it seems that the kind of management team that she was on about is kind of in place and going to run Newcastle without her kind of being involved. Now obviously we've got a lot of social media pages, Northeast Updates and Newcastle Supporters Worldwide. I'll put them below so you can click and follow that for all breaking news. Obviously, we don't always do videos all the time, but we do publish stuff on Facebook all the time, so make sure you follow on them as well. So a lot of comments, literally just from posts in the last 10 minutes, a lot of people having all sorts of rumours that Amanda owes money and all this different stuff. We don't know. The truth will kind of come out in the next few days, but either way, she's been a godsend for Newcastle United fans. She deserves all the credit in the world. If she does step away, fair play. You've done absolutely fantastic in the future for Newcastle. And I'll update this video kind of in the next few days, potentially, if there's any sort of developments. But I just wanted to log on very quickly just to kind of get your guys' thoughts as well, to break the news to you guys if you haven't seen this as well, if you just follow us on YouTube. And like I said, don't forget, like, follow, subscribe, but make sure you comment below. Let me know your thoughts. I'll be reading every single one of them. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next one.